All right, it is time for the first limited time series of the version 8.2 Alfa Romeo update. So, of course, the prize car for the event is Alfa Romeo 4C and plus 28 gold, which we will most likely have to spend to upgrade this car to meet the PR requirement. So, some basics here. Limited time series. How limited is that time? Well, it's running through March 2nd, Monday. So that is for those of you guys on the Eastern Hemisphere. In my case, that'll most likely be March 1st, Sunday. So check your time zone and plan accordingly. Now, the cost of the car is 200, and we're getting 28 gold along with the car as the prize. So total gold worth is like 228 gold. So generally, the way they work out these things in terms of how much we need to pay them to upgrade the car to meet the PR requirement is you add those numbers together and cut it in half. So if you add those numbers, you get 228. Cut that in half, we get 114. So I'm anticipating they've been giving us these cars at a slightly under the 50% cost. So I am anticipating around 110 gold to meet the PR requirement of 44.9. So without further ado, let's check in here and find out what we need. So Alfa Romeo 4C Championship, earn a 2018 Alfa Romeo 4C by 100% completing this special limited time series. This lightweight mid-engined mini supercar is Alfa Romeo's uncompromised driving machine. All right, looks like I get a white finish. Nice clean slate, and oh yes, a free car, 100% discount on Nissan 240Z S30 R3 spec. That is the Fire Monkeys Electronic Arts 7th birthday of Real Racing 3 gift to us. So we have been racing against this car in the race day event, haven't we? So and also there's the time trial using this car for a week, so don't miss out on it. It's a free car. You just need to check into and be online to get this car for free if you don't have it in your garage yet. And yeah, time trial, run it so you can win some gold. And just for participating, I believe you also get that 7th birthday special livery. So that's cool. But no, we'll skip about this one for now, since I already have the car in my garage and I just need to run the time trial to win that special livery. Anyway, here is the breakdown of 28 gold prize broken down into 25% completion increment. So, and as always, 15 tiers. So we'll use gold here to get it done immediately and check for basically confirm the PR requirement that they have published on their Reddit page. All right. Yeah, looks like a modern Alfa Romeo. So white finish, just begging to be customized. Yeah, indeed. All right, kind of looks like Lotus, doesn't it? All right, so final tier, the final cup is at Silverstone Grand Prix, 3 laps, and the PR requirement is it going to be 44.9, and it is. So that's good to know that it's the accurate information that we're given. So base PR 29.4. We need 15.5 PR point. Is that what we need? Right? Doing online math here. Very dangerous. But anyway, I'm anticipating 28 upgrades total available. Expecting 3 upgrades across the board, 7 categories total, so 21 upgrades at all. That's been the kind of a trend for quite some time now. So first tier upgrades are going to be all racing dollars, I'm anticipating. So engine, yes, looks good. 26,600 racing dollars, 1 hour wait time. They call it R&D. And then drivetrain. So these are pretty quick upgrades. 1 hour. Drivetrain 24,700. So engine and drivetrain always a more expensive upgrades. And body upgrade for tier 1, we got 19,600 racing dollars. And body and brakes always the cheapest ones. And then suspension, the remaining 3 categories kind of fill in the blanks in the middle, right? Suspension, exhaust, and tires and wheels. So suspension 22,700. So we can average it out as being about 22,000 for the tier 1 upgrades. So it should cost what? About 14 or 140,000, I guess. Give and take a few. So exhaust 22,400. And then brakes 17,300. All right. And the wait time is all same, 1 hour, as you know. And finally, tires and wheels 20,800. So combine that all together, we get a little bit over 140,000. It's 154,100 for the racing dollar cost of the tier 1 upgrades here. And let's see how far we get the PR boost. Goes up to 34.5, which is 5.1 PR point boost. All right, so that's on target, although a little bit on the lower side. All right, and we'll see if that is gonna be enough to get us through 25% completion, the tier 4. Right, since I'm anticipating the tier 2 upgrades are going to be all gold, let's find out. All right, 18 gold to kick off with the engine upgrade here, and that does unlock the 4-hour wait R&D time racing dollar upgrades tier 3, at least for engine. I expect they're going to be the same for all of them. Racing dollar upgrades being unlocked, that is. All right, so drivetrain, the other expensive upgrade, 18 gold. So that's same as the engine, huh? All right, and that does unlock the racing dollar upgrade tier 3. So yeah, following the same formula here. And then body, how cheap is that gonna be? 14 gold. So okay, 4 gold cheaper than the more expensive ones. So I guess suspension is gonna be like 16 in the middle. Let's find out. Suspension, oh look at that, 16 gold for suspension. And of course the exhaust is typically the same cost as suspension, so another 16 gold for exhaust. And brakes is always the cheapest one, coming in at 12 gold. And finally tires and wheels, that's 15 gold. So total gold cost for tier 2 upgrades is going to be 109 gold. Yeah, all teens, but some high teens, so goes over 100 here. So pretty close to my prediction of 110. I would say that's pretty close, and brings the PR up to 39.7. So that is a 5.2 PR point boost. So that gets us exactly 5.2 PR point away from the targets. So we are on track. Let's see if tier 3 gets us right on to 44.9. I'm hoping that it would. So let's go ahead and get these tier 3 4-hour wait upgrades here. Engine 59,800. And drivetrain 55,600. All right. And the body 44,200, so it's gonna be somewhere around 50,000 ish average. Suspension, yeah, 51,000. Exhaust is gonna be just under that, 50,400, right? And then brakes, of course, in 39,000. All right. And finally, tires and wheels. Hopefully this is the final upgrade that we need. 46,800. Right. So those are 4-hour R&D time weight upgrades. Let's use gold and get it done right away. And we get exactly 44.9. So thankfully, that's all the upgrades we need. The 3 upgrades across the board. No curveballs here. And then let's just look into the extra upgrades that's available. So engine, we got 2 more upgrades. So most likely that tier 4 44 gold upgrade unlocks the racing dollar upgrade final tier. And then drivetrain, suspension, and tires and wheels, most likely going to be the dead end gold upgrades. Yep, 40 for drivetrain and 38 for suspension and 35 for tires and wheels. And then body, of course, 32 gold for tier 2 upgrade. Most likely will unlock the last tier 5 racing dollar upgrade on this. So all right, good deal. So the 3rd tier racing dollar upgrade total cost is 346,800 racing dollars. All right, so combine that with the 1st tier racing dollar upgrades. The total racing dollar upgrade cost is 500,900, and not counting actual race win rewards, we do get how much do we get from the? We get 100,000 back, right? Yeah. So the just from the event payout itself, the net cost of our racing dollars is 400,900. So if you wanted to know, but yeah, so we get 28 gold back, while we have to input 109 gold to upgrade the car. So the net cost to win this car through this limited time series is gonna be 81 gold. All right, that ain't too bad. So that is the story of upgrades, and this car is featured in a single bonus series in the road collection part of the game under Pro section, 2x4, and there's some 64 gold to be won, but the chances are you're gonna need to upgrade this car more in order to reach the 100% completion in that bonus series. So I'm expecting you could probably win another 40 gold on top of this, the 109 that you win, well, 28 that you win from here, which could bring down your net cost of this car to around 40-50 gold. So that's definitely on a more affordable side of things here. So anyway, enough with the cost analysis here. Let's move on to talk about actual event itself. So starting with a tier 1, we got Hunter. Whoa, at the 24-hour circuit. We're starting with a long race. My goodness, that's a full lap. That generally takes out most of your service bars. So my suggestion, do the drag race first, then do the cup at Daytona road course. It can't be as long as the Hunter. Yeah, it's just a single lap Daytona road. So yeah, I would do it in a different order instead of starting with the Hunter, because that's gonna put your car pretty darn close to the critical condition. Unless, of course, that is if you upgrade your car all the way. But yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so tier 2, we got elimination at Kota Grand Prix and speed snap at Monza Junior course. That's a pretty easy one. The trick with that one is not, or trickier part about it isn't so much winning, but winning by small margin, because Monza Junior and Melbourne has a let's see, Melbourne and what's another one? Leipzig, Porsche Test Track. The dynamic circuit has also a very low target speed. So those three circuit, when we have speed snap, pretty easy. So anyway, Tier 2 Cup is going to be at Suzuka East. 2 laps, that's a pretty short circuit. And the PR requirement is 32.3, so obviously that's higher than the stock 29.4, so you will need some of those first tier 1 hour R&D wait time racing dollar upgrades done, but it's only 1 hour, so shouldn't be too bad. All right, moving on to tier 3. Yeah, with that first starting out with a 24-hour circuit Hunter, your car will be in red by the time you reach this point. All right, so we got Autocross and Berlin. All right, and head-to-head at Hockenheim Short. That should be a single lap. Yep. And the Cup is going to be at Melbourne. 2 laps with the PR requirement of 33.7. So that looks like they are trying to get tier 4 to be beyond the reach of racing dollar upgrades, which gets your PR up to 34.5. Okay, so here we go. Tier 4, we got speed record at Catalunya Club, which should be doable even when you're in critical condition. Not you, your car. If you are in critical condition, maybe should seek medical help. Anyway, the endurance at Dubai Hill. All right, so depending on how you win prior events, your target distance may vary. And then Cup for Tier 4 is going to be at Mount Panorama, single lap. And the PR requirement is 34.8, just 0.3 higher than what you can do with racing dollar upgrades alone. And since they have patched up that the different language glitch with the integer bug, that is no longer a viable option. So you're going to need gold upgrade if you want to get through tier 4 to collect any gold back, meaning if you're in it, yes, you're in it to win it once again. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, now so by the time you get to tier 5, obviously you have at least some of those gold upgrades, tier 2 upgrades on board, and hopefully you got the tier 3 upgrades on their way as well. If not, you need to farm more. All right, tier 5, we got Hunter at Brands Hatch and Speed Snap at Spa, and Cup is gonna be at Porsche Test Track, the Leipzig circuit, short on-road circuit, 3 laps with the PR requirement of 35.8. All right. The reason why I mentioned getting the, tier 2 upgrades done and get the tier 3 started is because tier 3, before they get done, you can typically get up to about tier 9 and then you'll get stuck at tier 10. So, don't get stuck for the, lack of PR. That's just, no good. Okay, so moving on. So far, I haven't seen any event that might require us to service the car, but drag race is always, I'm always curious with these drag races because you never know. But if we go with the recent trend, strictly speaking, in recent trends, because that seems like that's what's relevant, drag race has been fairly easy. So I'm hoping we don't need to service the car for that. Speed record at Silverstone National. When it's speed record, I feel like we can somehow find a long enough straight to meet the, hit the target speed. So I'm gonna say it's all doable here, assuming that you've done your due diligence with bot training. Okay, so tier 6 cup is going to be at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Double lap cup with the PR requirement of 36.8. Alright, so far so good. Moving on, tier 7, we got Autocross at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, Hunter at Hockenheim Grand Prix, and the cup at COTA, Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. Just 2 laps, that's not too bad. And the PR requirement is 37.7 course. That's what you need to get through to reach tier 8, where 2 gold trophies here will yield 50% completion reward, assuming that you've won gold trophy all the way up to this point. And we start with the elimination at Catalunya Grand Prix, endurance at Bugatti Circuit, and the cup for tier 8 is at Suzuka Grand Prix, 2 laps with the PR requirement of 38.6. Alright, so still good with those 2 tiers, 14 upgrades, right? And the tier 9, we got speed record at Daytona Motorcycle Course, and there's a good chance that is going to require us to service the car. Speed record at Daytona historically is not possible with car in critical condition, so I guess we need to service it at least once. And then we got head-to-head at the Brickyard Road Course. Should be a single lap. Alright, and then cup for tier 9 is at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, and PR requirement, or it's going to be 4 laps with the PR requirement of 39.5, so just under the 14 upgrade PR of 39.7, right? That's before the tier 3 racing dollar upgrades kick in. So as I was saying earlier, you will get through tier 9 and get stuck at tier 10, you know, until those tier 3 upgrades are delivered. So tier 10, well, you will have to service the car in tier 9. So when you have to do something like that, I would run the head-to-head and cup first, and then get the car serviced and run speed record. So you only have to do a speed record, just a lap around relatively short Daytona Motorcycle Course, and then when you reach tier 10, your car will be in, you know, pretty good condition. So speed snap at the Leipzig Dynamic Circuit, as I was saying earlier, should be a breeze. Make sure you don't win by too great of a margin. As always, tricky thing. And Autocross at Mount Panorama is always fun, the hill climb. And then the cup at Monza Road Course, 2 laps with the PR requirement that is above the 2-tier upgrade PR, so it's up to now 40.3, so you will need those final set of upgrades, at least some of them. And then moving on, tier 11, we got drag race at Nürburgring. I mean, it's a drag race. I don't think it really matters. Anyway, then we got endurance at Dubai Grand Prix, and cup at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix, 2 laps with the PR requirement of 41.2. And tier 12, the 75% completion tier, we got Hunter at Mazda Raceway, Speed Snap at Melbourne. We're hitting all the easy Speed Snap circuits here in this event. And then tier 12 cup is going to be at Berlin, 4 laps with the PR requirement of 42.1. All right, moving on to tier 13, we got Autocross at Brands Hatch, elimination at Spa, and the cup is gonna be at actual long road circuit Porsche test track. 3 laps with the PR requirement now pushing up to 43, which is kind of expected, right? As we're approaching the near the end here, Tier 14 head-to-head at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, single lap, as you would expect. Endurance at Suzuka West, and Cup is going to be at Dubai National Circuit, 4 laps. All right, so nothing crazy here. No like 8 lap count short circuit lap Cup in this one. Anyway, the PR requirement is 43.9 for the Tier 14. And then, of course, the final tier, Tier 15, we got Hunter at Hockenheim National, Autocross at Catalunya National. And the final Cup, as we checked in earlier, this at Silverstone Grand Prix, 3 laps with the final PR requirement of 44.9, which you can reach by getting, as you can see here, 3 upgrades across the board, 21 upgrades total, for the cost of 109 gold. So, all right, so that does it for the quick overview of this limited time series. Yeah, and there's the 7th birthday celebration time trial going on for a week. So just remember that time trial ends before this limited time series. So don't wait. Just get it done. Anyway, hope you guys found the video useful, and you know, usual, share, like, subscribe, you know what to do. All right, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video, where I try to tackle, either try to complete the race day event, which I still have yet to complete here, or get going on this Alfa Romeo 4C Championship. We'll find out. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, take care, guys.